I rely on really simple syndication to do my bidding. If you are internet savvy to navigate the internet without having to deal with all the nonsense that comes on the internet, great things like Google Analytics, the Facebook Pixel,
Hell yeah.
GDPR cookie banners, auto-playing video, soft paywalls, useless recommended articles, YouTube not notifying you about my videos if you click the bell to get notifications because you're all loyal enough to click the bell and enable. Instead of chasing down all of these websites individually or through social media, we're going to choose to use a dedicated offline RSS feed reader. Because we're not just escaping the bloat of websites, we're escaping the bloat that comes from all of these all-in-one applications that do it. And there's nothing wrong with you if you use these applications. Look, I totally get it. Like, all-in-one applications, and most of them are, it's hilarious, most of them are like mail readers, like, like Thunderbird or Brave or Microsoft Outlook. Yes, did you know Microsoft Outlook lets you use RSS feeds? But you shouldn't use any of those. You're going to be mentally bogged down by, with the case of Thunderbird and Microsoft Outlook, you're going to be bogged down by people sending you emails every other day. Or if you're, Brave, you're going to be bogged down by the 150 tabs and waifu art you have open in your browser. Now, Linux and macOS have some great RSS feed readers, but literally none of them work on Windows. And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be focusing on a more simple solution that will work for everyone, no matter what your operating system is, unless your name is Mozilla Thunderbird. And my solution is Fluent Reader. Okay, it isn't my solution, but it was made by Hugh Lee. He has his entire GitHub page. Or if you go to his website, you can go and download it. And yet, not only does it work on Windows, Mac, and Linux, if you pay $1.99, you can get it on Android and iOS. Actually, that's not true. If you go directly to his GitHub page, you can download the APK file for your Android phone. So if you really, really want the Android version, you can just directly download it from the APK from GitHub. Or you can also go to TestFlight on the App Store and download it, although Apple might remove it from your account because that's what Apple does. And it also has a really nice UI, and for anyone who recognizes the kind of design language that Fluent Reader has, it's sort of based on Microsoft's own design language, the Fluent Design. And if you want to download Fluent Reader, you have to go to their releases page. And as per usual, like I said with the my Windows not having good RSS feed readers, Windows users have to manually download and update it every single time unless you go to the Microsoft Store and download it. But who the heck uses the Microsoft Store? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. So instead, what we're going to do is you're going to have to go to the website and download it. I'm so sorry. If you're on Linux and Mac, though, you can just use Homebrew and Flatpak, and you'll just get it automatically, and you get automatic updates. What a concept, right? But the first thing we need to do is we need to add some feeds. And you're like, well, where do I get some great RSS feeds? So let me give you a quick little crash course on how to get some RSS feeds. All right, number one, some websites will directly advertise an RSS feed, and a great example of this is Krebs on Security. Look at the top of the page, you'll see a Wi-Fi icon. Sometimes it's in orange if you go to other websites. Sometimes it's just in text. And if you see that icon is your friend. You see that icon, you click it, you'll get the link you need. Sometimes they'll ask you to download something. If they ask you to download something, just copy the link. You don't have to actually download the raw thing. It won't actually help you that much. It's just what browsers do. Number two is scanning the source code. And I hope I don't lose you here because this is actually really easy. All you gotta do is, if you go to the website of your choosing, so for example, if you're on Ars Technica, let's say you go to an author page, because if you just want articles from a particular author, what you do is you just right click and you go to view source. It's view page source in Chromium. And then what you do is, if you do Control F in the source code, or Command F if you're on Mac, you can look up .atom, .rss, or .xml, or heck, sometimes you'll get even just the word feed. It doesn't always work, but sometimes you'll get it. And as you'll see at the top row here, Dan Gooden's RSS feed is located at the very top. All right, that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, if you know someone uses WordPress, like say Fedora's blog, their unofficial blog, if you know they're using WordPress, you can see they're using it in uBlock Origin. All you have to do is just add feed to the end of the URL because WordPress supports RSS feeds by default. Number 4, there's also a lot of services that use RSS feeds natively, but they don't necessarily advertise it and put it out in front of people, or they have a customized way they run it. So for example, Mastodon, there's actually a way to get RSS feeds of someone's Mastodon thing. So yes, all of those people who said, I don't want to deal with social media, you don't have to deal with social media. All you need to do to follow me on Mastodon is subscribe to my RSS feed. If you subscribe to my RSS feed, you do not have to deal with the comments and all the other stuff if you really hate society that much. And if you're on Reddit, you can also add a little thing at the end to get RSS feeds, .rss, to the subreddit of your choosing. You get RSS. And yes, believe it or not, YouTube. If you know how to, I won't show you how to do this because I'll probably get in trouble, but if you know how to get your YouTube channel ID, you can use the YouTube channel ID and get an RSS feed for any YouTube channel, including mine.
One additional one, as a layperson, I found if you simply just do a site search on that website with the term RSS feed, if they have their RSS feed kind of hidden, you can sometimes find the link to it.
Finally, as a little bonus, and I did this partially as a self-serving thing because I want to bring it to people's attention, if you go to Trafotin.com, and once you get there, there'll be an entire section of all of my official social accounts. But I also have a section for RSS feeds. So I've listed my YouTube channel, my Odyssey channel, Mastodon, and an example of how to get my Twitter account through a Twitter front end called Knitter. And if you want to follow my stuff so your boss doesn't know, or you don't want to deal with social media, the comments or all the bloat, all you got to do is visit Trafotin.com and add my RSS feeds. This is going to be different for every RSS feed reader, but I'm just going to focus on Fluent Reader, and these sorts of features will be available in any decent RSS feed reading application. In Fluent Reader, if you click on the gear icon, you'll immediately be presented with a pop-up that lets you enter in URLs to your RSS feed. Now, if you copy-pasted the URL from before, so any of the URLs that you see right there on my GitLab lab page, all you have to do is you just paste it in there and just click go, and then it will load. And you can also even add them into groups, so if you want to add any feeds you have into a group, any good feed reading application will also let you add things into groups. You can also filter posts by language, so for example, if I don't want Tesla Man in my RSS feeds, you can hide everything from me really that contain Tesla Man in the title or in the description. But one of the most important aspects about having a feed reader, and this is a key one because I think this is something that a lot of people forget, is portability. Part of having a good mindset is we need to be able to make our data portable. So to make your data portable, we need to have our subscriptions in a format that's easily exportable. So if you don't like Fluent Reader, maybe you're on Mac and Linux and you probably have something else in mind. Example here, I also have GNOME feeds. You can create an OPML file, which is a universal way to transport your RSS feed subscriptions from one app to another. So if you click on the gear and if you click import and export, you can download yourself a copy of your feed as an OPML file, and you can take this and bring it to another RSS feed reader. And that's the beauty of RSS feeds. You're probably like, well, now I have feeds. Now I can know how to migrate them and bring them places. But what do I actually do with this stuff? And the reality is you're done. All you have to do is just continue to use it and just read your news through it. Read your news, follow all the YouTube and Odyssey channels you like, preferably mine. Maybe try some, getting all of your news through it. Start adding as many as you can. And even some, stuff as menial as, the normie news websites or the, the tech journalism. It's kind of terrible, but maybe don't do tech journalism. But you know what I mean. Just add as much as you can to your thing. And, like Winward said, if you can't you're having trouble finding your RSS feed, you just look it up. You just Google it or something. You'll find it. Get creative, okay? Just get creative about it. There's lots of ways you can do this, and I'll even show you a little exploit I discovered, right? So you can get all of my RSS feeds here, but you'll also notice that I have a bunch of other social media networks that I used to control, and they're all right here. Now here's something that was really interesting. I signed up for a service called vTubie. Apparently they want me to like advertise it or something. I'm probably not gonna. It's kind of stupid. I just did this to book the page so no one can ruin my reputation. So one of the things you can see is they also list my YouTube channel and my YouTube RSS feed. Okay, you know, whatever. It's the same as it is on my site. But I noticed that they had one right here for Twitch. So you'll see right here, there's this little thing right here, and it says Twitch feed, and it shows user, and then it's my username at Trafotin on Twitch. But I've never streamed anything to Twitch. I haven't streamed anything to Twitch in like, you know, a really long time, and it does check this hourly, so you know nothing's happening. So what's the dealio? Why are you bringing this up? You don't even have a Twitch channel. What's the point of this? What if I told you the exploit is if you just change the username to any Twitch channel of your choosing? Yes, even though this is a website that is explicitly targeted towards VTubers, you can actually use this to get RSS feeds for Twitch. So you have to be creative with your workaround. So let's say you do, you know, everyone's favorite XQC. You hit the enter key, let it reload. Oh my goodness! So if you wanted to get Twitch streams, just go here and do it. It's hilarious. That's your little life hack for the day. Short video, but this is my Christmas gift to you. Okay, so like this video if you like RSS feeds, and follow me on all of my RSS feeds. I can't leave links in the description because YouTube is gonna do some weird URL manipulation thing to get them. So the only way to get them is if you go to trafotin.com. So go to trafotin.com. You can go to the RSS header and you'll find all of them. Okay, all right. Thank you for watching, and I hope you don't see me on social media. Oh, wait, no, I mean for the holidays, of course, not forever, right?